So on Friday, the world lost a great jazz musician, Tony Bennett. The singer battled Alzheimer's disease for nearly 7 years. According to the CDC, Alzheimer's is the most common type of dementia and very progressive, affecting nearly 6 million people. Here to talk more about the disease and treatments available for people battling disease is Dr. Raphael Wald with the Marcus Neuroscience Institute. Thank you so much for being with us, a friend of the 9 o'clock show. Talk a little bit here, Dr. Wald, about Tony Bennett receiving his initial diagnosis in 2016, but even after that was performing and remembered most of his songs. So talk a little bit about how he was able to retain all that information.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, isn't it? The term that we use for it, it's called overlearned. So it means that when you know something so well, it just takes, it's going to be one of the last things that is going to go when, unfortunately, a person experiences ongoing cognitive impairment and they have a progressive dementia. So Tony just knew his music and knew his lyrics so well that it's going to end up being one of the last things to go. The way that I like to explain it is that if you drive a car down a dirt road once, it's not going to leave much of a mark. But if you drive down those exact same tracks every single day for years and years and years, it's going to leave some really serious grooves so that if a storm eventually comes, it's not going to completely wipe away all of those grooves and all those tracks. There's going to be some of that still remaining. So when something is known really, really well, it can be retained for a very long time.
So talk a little bit about signs and symptoms that people need to look out for because, going from dementia or just, simply forgetting things as you get a little bit older to Alzheimer's, there's quite the path there.
Yeah, absolutely. The hallmark of Alzheimer's disease is short-term memory loss. A lot of people are surprised to hear that they'll forget things that happened yesterday, but they'll remember things that happened 30 years ago. So unfortunately, that is sort of what happens with Alzheimer's disease. That is the typical course. Is very often the first complaint is short-term memory loss. So forgetting, what you had for lunch earlier that day, or forgetting a conversation that you had, or if someone is repeating questions. And then another symptom that's very common to have early on is problems coming up with words that a person wants to use in conversation. So those are typically among the first signs in a typical course of Alzheimer's disease.
Treatment, unfortunately, they're of course making advances. In fact, the FDA just recently approved treatment for this Alzheimer's disease. What can we expect when it hits the market? What do people have to give them hope in potentially getting better or stalling the progression?
So there are a couple of new treatments that are both in the same class that are used for Alzheimer's disease. They're called monoclonal antibodies. Both of these medications, one of them has a slightly better side effect profile than the other. And we just got news recently that the newer one is going to be covered by Medicare, but it's only available by infusion and only certain people are good candidates for it. If people are very advanced in the disease, then they're generally not going to be a great candidate for this medication because it can cause bleeding and swelling of the brain in people that have more progression. So generally speaking, we're going to want to work with people that are much earlier on in the disease or that we know are going to develop the disease at some point. So it's a very specific group of people, and it'll be interesting to see how it goes as more patients get to take it as we go along.
Someone in their 30s, their 40s, their 50s, healthy, what can we do right now to keep strong when it comes to our cognitive ability and potentially preventing Alzheimer's?
Sure. So one thing I just want to stress before I get into that is just know that with every decade you age, the risk of Alzheimer's disease increases exponentially. So the chances of a 30-year-old or a 40-year-old getting Alzheimer's disease are extremely slim. I actually do have a lot of 30 and 40-year-olds who've had parents that had Alzheimer's disease coming to me worried about it. But the most important thing you can do is stay healthy. So walk every day for 30 minutes. If you're at risk of falling, please walk with someone else that can make sure that you're safe. But walk every day for 30 minutes. Keep your blood vessels healthy. Manage your blood pressure, your cholesterol, your diabetes, your weight. Eat a healthy diet. The Mediterranean diet is the best diet in order to prevent Alzheimer's disease. That includes a lot of healthy fats, olive oil, a lot of fish, green leafy vegetables, foods that are rich in antioxidants like blueberries. But by far the most important thing you can do overall is just maintain your general health, and that will give you the best chance of not developing Alzheimer's disease in the future.
All right, thank you. Very good information. We appreciate it as we continue to make advances trying to control and perhaps prevent the disease. We appreciate you being here with us. Thank you so much. For more information, we have plenty of it on our website, WPBF.com. We'll be right back.